Hello, everybody. Um, please, am I audible enough? Please, in the chat room, can I know? Can you tell me if you can hear me? Please chat in the chat room if you can hear me. Hello. Hello. Okay. Can you hear me? Okay. Uh, Good morning, everybody. And just joining us from Ghana, from Nigeria, from Cameroon. Good morning to you. And if you're joining us from the other parts, South Africa, Botswana, Kenya, good afternoon to you. A quick one, everybody in the chat room, please, can you chat in the chat room your name and where you're joining us from? Let's do that real quick. Real quick in the chat room, everybody. Your name and where you're joining us from. Okay, Ada from Lagos. You're welcome to today's class. Please, everybody, we have 21 people. Okay, Obed from Accra. You're welcome. Femi from Abuja. You are welcome. Esther from Ogba, Ruth from Lagos, you're welcome. We have a lot of Lagos people. Kayode from Lagos, you are welcome. You're welcome. I think we still have a few more people. Please just tell us your name and where you're chatting from, where you're joining us from. Okay, Omolola from Canada. Wow, you're welcome. From Canada, can I say good morning? Yeah, I think good morning. Yes. Deshola from Ogba, Lagos. You're welcome. Um, it's a good day. It's a Friday. Akin Ola Oluwaseun from Lagos. You're welcome. Michael from Lagos. Lawrence from Lagos. I see you. It's a Friday. Thank God it's Friday. I know some of us have some plans for the weekend, and for those of us that will be cuddling our pillow all weekend, kudos to us also. You're welcome to today's section. It's the second class for the month of, sorry about that. For the month of February, yes. And the first class was superb. It was so insightful. Uh, do we have anyone here that joined in the first class? Just signify in the chat room. If you're in the first class, just signify. Just send me something. Just anything. Just put your hands up in the chat room. Let's know. If you're in the first class, please. Anybody, everybody. If you're in the first class, that was introduction to AI and AI business with Microsoft Copilot. I know some of us were there. Oh, yes. Hester, you're punching me in the face. Okay. The rabbit's face. Okay. Mercy, you in the class. Coyote, yes. I know we can. Ruth, yes, I see you. We can all say that class was so insightful, introducing us to AI. And we also worked with Microsoft Copilot. Yes, okay. We worked with Microsoft Copilot, Microsoft Azure, Microsoft Power Platform. It was a superb class. I know all of us can testify to that. Not all of us. Some of us are joining for the first time. You're not far-fetched. You're not left behind. The class and the materials have been posted on the WhatsApp and the Telegram group, and my colleague, Miss Mercy, would share the YouTube link and also the link to our other social media. You can do well to check us out, click a follow, and stay abreast of everything going on with Transformation College. So today, it's going to be a superb section, I believe. I know our Twitter is backed and ready to impact full knowledge on Microsoft AI for leaders in healthcare. Basically, we're just going through how AI can be used in healthcare. We know, like we don't know, and we know that AI has made life so easy in everything, healthcare, finance, anything you can think of, AI can do it. Well, we have to go through how we can use AI to take out these things. AI is just AI without us. AI is not just AI is just a computer. It's just a thing. We people and data make AI what it is
I
today.
don't know if every everyone, if you can
Hello, please can you
still
all hear me?
hear in, or
Hello,
I don't know if it is from my end.
Mercy, I could hear Emmanuel clearly. I guess it's from your end. I could hear Emmanuel clearly.
okay. Please, if you're still with me, just
Having
signify
a
in the chat.
challenge hearing Emmanuel. If you see
Oh,
him
okay.
clearly
If you're
enough,
having a
please let
challenge,
us know in the chat room.
please let's know in the chat room. If you can hear me clearly, it's breaking, anything, please just signify. And if it's all good, just type good in the chat room. If I'm audible enough, if I'm clear, yes, okay. Akinola, you can hear me. Thank you, Kayode. Okay, thank you, thank you so much. Please, Messi, you can check your network or restart the class, join again, end the app and join again. So, as I was saying, AI has made everything so simplified and easy, but AI is just AI without us, without data. It absorbs data, it requires us to make it what it is today. So today we will be going through how AI can be used in healthcare sector. I mean, we can basically have AI remind us to take our medications. We can tell AI, we can input our data, I mean, history, lab results, imaging data, that's our X-ray results, and AI would diagnose for us and tell us what is going on, anything you want. AI also can handle your appointment schedules, remind you of your medications, like I said, and instead of us going to go to browse up our symptoms, AI can basically do that for us and give us accurate answers and replies. So I would say we all use our seat belts. We're not driving though, but mask up and get ready to have a very insightful session with our tutor, Miss Iniolua. I know she's so ready to take up and keep us and educate us today. Miss Iniolua, please, are you there? Miss Iniolua,
Good morning. My
okay.
name is Ami Man actually.
Oh,
So
sorry,
thank you for the
Mr. Emmanuel,
introduction.
Mr. Iniolua. Sorry about that, Mr. Iniolua. Yeah, the
Thank
floor
you.
is
Thank
yours,
you.
sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for the introduction. I hope everybody can hear me clearly, loud and clear. Yeah, I hope I'll take that one as a yes, right? So good morning once again, everybody. I will be the instructor for this section. I also have my colleague on the call, also doing solar. So she'll be the one handling or responding to your query. Thank you very much, Ruth. That's clear. So just like the moderator has said, this morning we are going to be looking at the AI in the health sector. So from the engagement we had in the last class, before we proceed this morning, and before we dive right into what we have for today, so I would like us to have what we call brainstorming for like 10 minutes about what it is we learned last class, and I would just like to hear your feedback from the last class, what it is that you as a person that you think you can hold on to, that from the last class you hold on to, and just go into the chat room and let's hear from you. So what it is that you learned from the last class. I would like to hear your reply. What is AI? And whatever it is that you think you gained from the previous class. I'm waiting. I'm ready in the chat room. And I saw many people responded to being in the last class. So I don't know, are you still typing or refuse what we learned to eat or something like that? So can I hear from you? Can I hear from you? Madam Ruth, Madam Esther, I think who else? Yeah, Mr. Coyote, who else? Messi. So can I hear from you? All right, all right, all right. If there's no response, okay, let me just go over what it is that okay, thank you about Copilot. Yeah, thank you, Madam Mr. Copilot and every a companion. Thank you. All right, Richard. Good, 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 good. So just like my colleague said, we believe, you agree with me that the previous class was indeed superb. So in the last class, we spoke around AI, we get ourselves acquainted with what AI is and the need for AI. So can someone just in the chat box tell me what do you understand? But I know that in the last class, I had that word, democratization of AI. Democratization of AI. What does it mean? What does that word mean? What do you think democratization of AI means? Okay, thank you, Akinola. AI is created to stimulate human. Exactly, that is the main purpose of AI, to give it a woman-like attribute. So we talk, okay, I learned about, okay, thank you, that's beautiful, that's beautiful. So let's just, not to waste much of our time, let me just do a quick recap and then we proceed. So last class, just like Akinola and others have said, what AI is to give a woman-like attributes to machine so that they can better assist us in our daily activities. And when we talk about democratizing AI, what it means simply is making AI to be available for everybody. And the reason for doing that is in order to be able to effectively maximize and effectively exploit the AI era that we are in presently. And I believe in the last class also we speak about deep learning, we talk about machine learning, talk about data science and the likes. We also talk about the likes of Power Platform. We spoke at length about the Microsoft ecosystems in general. So without wasting much of our time, permit me, give me some minute to share my screen and we can proceed. So at any point in time, if you cannot hear me or you have a question, you can just drop it in the chat box for me to attend to. So I hope my screen is visible at the moment. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Okay, okay, okay. So give me a minute, give me a minute. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Perfect. All right. So for this class, our objective, what we are going to be looking at is just like my colleague already said, but then to get over it again is discover Microsoft AI for leaders in healthcare. And also after that, we also be exploring the possibility of this use case in making use of a Microsoft 365 Copilot. So before I proceed, I know most of us might not be in the healthcare sector, but then I believe one time or the other we visited an healthcare center, maybe an hospital to do one thing or the other. And you can agree with me that when it comes to going to hospital, the waiting, the queue is always frustrating for us that are in the African part of the country, that it's always frustrating. You wait and wait before you can see a doctor. But then we should also understand that it's not that all these doctors are maybe they are lazy about their work or they are not doing anything. It's because of the engagement. The work is always too much for them. So that is one of the reasons why that it is deemed fit that introducing AI into the healthcare sector can improve the services that is being rendered by the various health sector that we have. So now, before we move into what is the use of AI in the health sector, and before we go any further, we have to understand something, that is the challenges that is impacting the healthcare sector. What are the challenges that they are facing, and how because that is where we are looking at this particular topic, and that is where we are in this class, to understand how AI can be leveraged in the healthcare sector. So the first thing when it comes to challenges impacting the healthcare sector is expectations are getting higher than ever. You and I, we are surrounded by so many advancements in technology in the era that we have. And when we go to the hospital, when we visit a clinician also, we expect that, for this service, I should be able to do it seamlessly. I don't have to visit the hospital before I can get this done. And if I should visit the hospital, then that means the care that I'll be getting should. And when there's no advancement in technology. So that, because the expectation is getting higher, that's one of the reasons why it is very paramount that Copilot, let's say in general, AI in general, is being leveraged within the healthcare sector. I know we might not be doctors, we are not be medical students, but then as patients also, it will also benefit us at the long run. Another challenge is facing the healthcare sector is what we call workforce shortages are growing. According to research presently, it is found out that majority, like half of clinicians, that is people in the health sectors, the doctors, the nurses, whatever it is, that one capacity or the other, they complain of burnout at the end of their daily shift. So that resulted in a lot of people leaving the health sector. Let's not talk about in Africa, where we have, let's not talk about the Japa syndrome that is common within the healthcare sector. So, and also, it is being projected by the year 2030, if I'm correct, actually, that the healthcare sector is going to see about something around 10 million shortages in the population of people that are of clinicians. So those are the challenges that we are facing. And also we talk about data volume is increasing, like just like any other sectors, and the healthcare sector also has seen advancement in moving from one phase in advancement to another. But then there is no way these data can be effectively utilized or explored. So also, we also have security when we talk about privacy risk these days due to the increase in technology. So these are the few of the various challenges that is facing the health sector. And we will now see henceforth how these various challenges can be handled by the use of AI within the health sectors. So you believe me that it's not longer a news and it's no longer a trend. We all know that the AI is here and is here to stay. So that, believe me, it is here to stay, and it is something that is transforming every parastatal, transforming every industry. And each and every one of us, we are so much passionate about it. We have so much interest about it. Imagine, I want to do something now. Instead of me going to Google at the library, trying to get things done. Imagine, just go to any AI with stroke of the keyboard. I can get answer to what I need. I can write a report, get a report ready at this very instance. So, and when we now talk about the effects of AI revolutionizing the health sector, it is not just about the speed, like, okay, I want to do something, I can get it done. That is not just about it. When we're talking about revolutionizing the health sector with the use of AI, which we are going to be looking at Copilot in particular. Let's not get confused. We are not saying Copilot is the only AI that can be utilized within the health sector. No, there are a lot of AI that are there that can be used to within the health sector, but then we are leveraging on the use of Microsoft AI. That is what this is all about. So AI powered tools in health sectors are about more than just the speed and accuracy. They are about improving patient outcomes. These technologies are making a tangible difference in patient care. So it is not about just the speed or at the rate at which I can get something done. It is also about the effectiveness, the benefits of the use of AI. With the use of AI, we can analyze complex data sets faster than necessary. We can see that drugs get delivered faster. And when it comes to prescribing of treatment for patients, it can be personalized because we can use AI to, by feeding it the past history of that particular patient's health history. It can be able to, with that, it can be able to predict and also give advice on the necessary when it is for the person to take this drug, or when is needed for the person to visit maybe the hospital if that is needed. And we are all, I'm sure that we should be aware of these days we have all this what we call this smartwatch that you can wristwatch or that you can wear, and normally it is expected that per day you should be able to do like a 10,000 step walk. So now imagine with that, you'll be able to measure that, oh, today I've reached maybe 5,000. Today I've been able to do maybe 200. That way you're able to quantify and be able to understand the rate at which, when it comes to people that are maybe are trying to reduce your weight size and stuff like that. So talking about the objective of AI in a sector, patients, it's one of the objectives is to ensure that it provides safe and effective and high quality care when it comes to patient well-being, and also empowering of the workforce. Imagine, no, just take AI as, for instance, before I proceed, I hope, who among us, do you know who Albert Einstein was? Who Albert Einstein was? Can I get a response, please? Can I get some response? You know who Albert Einstein is, or was, rather? Good, good, good. Albert Einstein, that's very perfect. You know, when it comes to IQ, is one of the most when you go intellectual person to have lived on night. So just take your AI as a group of persons that they are as intelligent as Albert Einstein, having them on like maybe in your house or somewhere, and when you face any issue, you can just go to them and ask them that, okay, I have this issue, how do I go about it? It doesn't matter the sector you have, but where we are looking at today is the health sector actually. So now imagine, just like I said, the challenges that we are facing when it comes to health sector is clinicians complaining of burns out because of after you visit a doctor, it's needed that for the doctor to write what we call after visit report. I don't know if for those of us that have visited the hospital before, you approach a doctor, you see that, you tell that, okay, wait for me. It's like maybe he or she is typing something, trying to fill some things from the previous patient. But now all those ones can be made easy. The way I'm talking to you, well, it doesn't matter. Maybe you are from Africa, maybe you understand, you are from Nigeria, maybe you understand English or not. With the use of AI, what I'm saying can be transcribed to whatever language it is that you understand. So, just like I was saying, take AI as a group of intelligent being that you have at your fingertip. Anytime you have an issue, just go to them and then you get things done. So imagine now, only normally I'm doing a task, but then now I have someone to assist me, which is the AI. Instead of I working, and after I have a patient, for instance, after interviewing the patient, asking what is the issue and describing stuff, I will have to go back and start writing report of, okay, this was this patient complaint, this was this. Look at that time. So but instead I have an AI that records and transcribe my whatever I am saying in audio form and transcribing it into a written format. So after I'm done with an interview, instead of eye-bothering to go and start filling the patient's report with the use of AI, I can get that done. Accessibility also, it's also the objective is also to ensure that there is an easy access to information and to health care. Now, I remember a friend of mine some weeks ago, he was like, I don't have to visit the hospital again. I just have to chat them, tell them what I need, and the drug will be delivered to me if I need drug, except maybe it's of necessary that I visit the hospital. That's when it is necessary. But without that, I can access healthcare right there on my phone through the use of all these what we call AI in the health sector, and also data protection. There are AIs that monitors compliance to ensure that as an organization, I mean as an health sector, that okay, maybe in our own health sector, are we complying with the requirement when it comes to security, when it comes to healthcare protection of health records and information. So don't worry, some of these things we'll be able to see them in its practical sense as we proceed. We'll be able to do some of these things as we proceed onward. So one of the benefits, or when it comes to benefit of AI in the health sector, that is enhancing medical imaging and diagnostics. So now, imagine there are a lot of things that is not visible to the naked eyes, that as you and I, we can only see beyond some certain level of when it comes to maybe size. When something goes to some certain level, it is invisible to the naked eye. But then with the use of AI, you can take a scan, an MRI scan, and like just feed it to the information to an AI, and also everything that normally that will be of how let's say that will not be visible to the naked eyes can be interpreted and shown by the AI. Also, it helps in the accelerating an analysis of a medical image. Presently, there is a way that we have a way of identifying what we call cancerous cell before from your image. Just your image, just send it to a particular AI that has been trained in identifying what we call cancer. So the AI has been pre-trained before that. You can't just go and take any image now and feed it to any AI and expect to get information. No, you have to train it, because that's one of the things about the challenges also when it comes to the use of AI. It requires a lot of data. So it must have some things that prior to we trying to use that particular AI to solve a particular issue or the other, we must have feed it some data, some information as regards whatever it is we want to get information. We can't feed it an AI with data on cancer, on how to recognize cancer, and we expect the same AI to identify diabetics. No, we have to feed it with data prior to that time that will enable it to identify whatever issues medical-wise that we'll be able to use that particular AI for. And also, it helps in spotting complex patterns through deep learning models. Just like I was saying, when it comes to the aspect of identifying cancerous cell in making the use of AI actually. So that is something that is very paramount and very common these days. All you just need to do is feed and just give whatever it is, maybe the person's image, just feed it to AI with the help of deep learning. It's going to analyze every pixel of that particular image And since it has been pre-trained to identify, okay, when you see this particular information, you know that, okay, this is an evidence of cancer in a particular cell or in a particular tissue. So with that, we can get the necessary information. So I hope my screen is still visible and is in presentation mode. Hello? Okay. Streamlining clinical workflow. So with the use of AI, particularly we talking about Microsoft Copilot, it helps to aid in patient care decision, and also it helps to optimize clinical workflow and also support medical research. Just like I was saying the other time, we don't have to, with the use of AI these days, we don't have to spend hours trying to get information, like going from one place to another, trying to get the necessary information. With just the stroke of my keyboard, I can get the necessary information that is needed. And as it is, we know that people in the medical field, every time they try to learn, they try to increase what it is that they know. Like as it is, the world is evolving every now and every then. So and for them to stay relevant, they must not like, okay, because I've went to school and this is what I was taught. This is how, no, they have to improve, and that is why they need to do and commit to what we call research. So with the use of Copilot, they can access customers' information to know from, most of the things also when it comes to challenges is some, what's it called, some patients, they visit clinicians and they will be hiding, not telling the clinician everything they need to know about their health history. But then with the use of AI, you can, when a clinician should come around, you can, from the data set you have about that particular person, you can get decisive information and then knows how to further predict or assist the person. Also, just like we've been saying, AI-powered diagnostic and treatment planning. It also optimizes clinical flows and operational standard. And also it contributes to medical research and discovery, just like I said also. When it comes to personalized and descriptive care, AI is useful in this particular area also, just like I was giving an illustration the other time when it comes to the use of this person, the what we call smartwatch that we use. You can use it to know, okay, my heart rate is, for people with health challenges, with that, they will able to know, okay, when the heart rate is above what it is normal. So the AI embedded in that particular watch will be able to trigger and alert them of the necessary precaution that they need to do before the thing becomes critical, and also predictive from the data set, that from the history of whoever it is that we are trying to analyze. It can be predicted, okay, if in the nearest future this is going to happen to this person, from the use of making use of AI to analyze patient information, the DNA, whatever it is, and also what we call preventive measure. For instance, we've already analyzed a particular information of a particular patient, and it has already predicted to us that, okay, in the next 24 hours, this is likely to happen. That will be able to assist us when it comes to we're able to assist us in preventing that particular issue from happening. So we have to know, okay, before the thing occur, what are the things we need to prescribe? What are the things we need to give to the person to ensure that, okay, it assists the person from preventing the particular issues we are talking about. So how AI support frontline health care workers. So when we talk about frontline health care workers, are the nurses, the doctors that day to day they need to interface with patients, maybe for one reason or the other. One, we can see that it enhances care team communication and collaboration with the use of where we have Microsoft Teams. We can collaborate together, join a meeting quickly, and maybe as a practitioner you have an issue and the doctor you want to consult, the doctor you need the assistance, maybe it's not speaking your language. Just like I said previously, you can use the AI attribute that has now been embedded in our Teams app, especially on Microsoft ecosystems when it comes to the likes of Word, the likes of PowerPoint, the likes of Excel, and other Microsoft 365 applications. We can use it to transcribe. Also, maybe there is a particular meeting that maybe as at the time the meeting was being held, the person that needs to be there is not available. With the use of AI, he doesn't have to sit down and start watching hours of maybe the meeting took like 3 hours. He doesn't have to sit down and start watching that long hour. From it, you can just ask the AI to the Copilot, for instance, now to help summarize whatever the meeting is all about. Also, transform clinician experiences. Now, if you go online and you try to search how AI, particularly Copilot, has assisted people in the health sector, how it has transformed their experiences, you will see doctors giving various testimony. I read one of saying that in the past 10 years, he has been practicing as a medical practitioner, that this was the first time since he started using Microsoft, like AI in general, actually, was the first time he was able to complete all his reports and close his notes at the end of his shift without having to take others' own or having to wait over time before he gets everything completed. Also, increases healthcare operational efficiency. Yeah, just like I was saying, you don't have to wait until something happens. With the use of AI, we have what we call, can personalize individual and give information on a particular person, whatever it is that might be the future or the possible problem that the person might encounter in the future. So, and also it helps to safeguard our its organization. Just like I said the other time, there are AIs that helps to monitor the compliance level of so also let's now look at, hello, I hope I'm still audible. Hello?
Yes, very audible.
All right, thank you. So now let's now look at some of the challenges. The thing about it is there is nothing with benefit that does not have a side effect. I don't know if something like that exists. So we have some challenges that we cannot but see discuss. We can't say because we are talking about the use of AI within the health sector and we didn't leverage, like we didn't discuss about the challenges that faces the use of that same AI within the health sector. So one of it is healthcare work sectors. There are a lot of informations when it comes to patients, data history, reports, and the rest like that. So now integrating AI into the existing workflow now, which is called the EHR, which is electronic health record. The system, it's always difficult and sometimes time consuming. And also when we also talk about the limited data availability. To train an AI to be able to work effectively requires large number of data sets, which presently the health sector do not have an aggregated source of it. So, and also transparency and interpretability. So now when it comes to the issue of, just like we said the other time, that, AI is so sophisticated to the extent that things that are not visible to the naked eyes can be identified by the AI and can be predicted by the AI. Now, some of the time, the other issues, challenges that healthcare workers, clinician faces is the interpretations of those particular information that has been given by the AI. So I also have ethics when it comes to the use of AI, and I'm sure that we are all aware of what we call responsible AI, which is talking about the ethical use of AI. We don't use AI for something negative. And also the last but not the least, which is the implementation cost. Yeah, the cost at start, although as it is, it helps to reduce cost of some things, because with the use of AI within the health sectors, we can get maybe drug deliver as fast as possible, and also personalize client when it comes to patient treatment. Apologies for saying client, for patient treatment also. But then at first, when we want to implement and start making use of the AI within the organization, within the health sector, we will see that it's when it comes to cost, it has a very high cost. For instance, now, just like I said, during the demo section, we will be restricted to some things because we do not have a paid or subscription account to use some of the features on Microsoft Copilot. But then after the implementation, after the first phase, and we can commit the price to do the necessary thing, get the necessary license, integrate the necessary informations with the co-pilots that we'll be using within the organization. After that, we see that it's going to help us a lot to reduce cost, because instead of we getting spending costs to maybe develop a form, maybe you have to employ someone to develop a form for us. No, we can go to any of the Microsoft tools and use it to develop with the help. We don't even have to know design, you don't have to know coding, just okay, I want to create so form, help me to on Power Pages, and boom, we already have it as well when it is needed, and we don't have to wait a long while before we get that done. So also, when it comes to opportunities in life sciences, pharmacologies, and healthcare, we see that these particular areas is witnessing a very increase is witnessing significant interest in the investment and the use of AI to ensure that they are able to render effective and then efficient services to customers, which in this case is the patients that visit the hospital. So also with these AIs, they can use it to track, to know, okay, how, when it comes to employee patient satisfaction, how many patients visited the organization this also period, and how many of them revisited the same healthcare for further treatment. So with all these, that's the things that AI can help us and assist us to do. And also when we talk about reduce R&D cost, that is the cost of research and development in the pharmaceutical industry. We know sometimes if we have these days, we have what we call augmentative reality. So you can use AI to do a stimulation of whatever it is, the outcome of a particular process, maybe a chemical you are mixing together. You can use AI to be able to understand what it is that the outcome will be, instead of you actually doing it, and at the long run you've wasted resources, and also you didn't get results, the exact results you are doing. You can just use AI to analyze, okay, what will be the reaction of this particular compound with this compound in the development of this also drug, or in the development of this also treatment. How will this particular treatment react if it is being placed into the human system? So that and that. So not to just talk about, we are just doing talking. So let me go to can you see my Chrome? Is my Chrome visible? Hello?
No, it is not.
Okay, all right. Now, so I believe it is at the moment. So we are talking about research. How can AI assist us when it comes to the cost of research and development within the health sector? So let's just go to let's see, for instance. Now, I want to understand, as an health practitioner, I want to understand that, okay, how can we, like, I want to understand AI, using AI to predict disease and outbreak. What is the potential within the health sector? For instance, I need to understand it. I want to gain more knowledge on that. So instead of me going to maybe Google and having to read lengthy book before I understand that. Now, let me just come to that's m365.co m365copilot.com. Yeah, yeah. So I believe you can see my screen, and I believe it's visible. So you can see my Copilot interface, right? Okay, I'm getting no in the chat box. That is 11:47. What was that? Okay, thank you. I think it was when I asked about my this thing. So now, for instance, just like I said the other time, so I'll just be like, okay, instead of going through the stress of whatever it is, I can just say, okay, generate a research summary on potential use of AI in predicting diseases and outbreak. Instead of me going online to you spend hours that I was supposed to use productively, attending to patients, trying to get information and stuff like that. So what I just have is I can just go here and say generate a research summary on the not is on the that's on the potential of use of AI. So maybe for instance, within my own wherever it is I'm working, maybe in my own health sector, maybe the hospital I'm working in, they are not yet leveraging the use of AI. And I'm looking for a way as an health practitioner also to convince the management within that particular space to know, okay, we can adopt the use of AI when it comes to rendering of our services and also to improve the services we give to our patients. So now you can see, sorry. So you can see within a matter of seconds, I already have, okay, it said artificial intelligence, AI, has shown significant potential in predicting disease outbreaks, offering a powerful tool to navigate the complex factors. So you can just see within a matter of seconds, I don't have to start going online, spending hours reading different journal and also key applications. You see, early detection, resource allocation, genetic and data analysis, and it's also give me the challenges. So these are further queries that, okay, as a person, maybe I'm not satisfied and I said, okay, I need something. Let me see. Here we have, what are some successful case study? Good, you can see that, okay, you've given me something about the use of AI. Now, for instance, I want to get more details. What are some successful case studies? Just click on it and I get my response. Click on it, send, and I already get my response. So you can see on the left hand side, on my right hand side here, I believe maybe it's your left at your hand, but on my right hand side here, you can see what we will call agents, Copilot agent, and you can see here get agent. Maybe so let me open it. And let it. It's loading. I think my network is slow. Sorry, it's coming up, I believe. Okay. I'm thinking this network doesn't allow me to. So practically what that particular aspect is talking about is now for us to get now, maybe within the my own hospital where I'm working in, we have been using AI for a while, and we have diverse, I believe we've spoken about that on the previous class, whereby we talk about the different type of agents we have. We have what we call retrieve, that is we have task agents that has the capability to just perform tasks when we know that this is a repetitive task for us. We have agents that can help us to do that when it comes to retrieve our SharePoint within the organization. And as someone working within the organization, there are some informations I need to get. Maybe I need to get more information. I'm doing the research and I need to get more information when it comes to brain cancer, when it comes to diabetes, when it comes to the likes of that. You know, we already have those data sets. We have those data sets maybe within our SharePoint that we use. And I can just, okay, when it comes to this, can you retrieve this information for me? Can you get this for me? So we will still go into that when it comes to creating an agent. You can just come here, you can see our SharePoint. So, but then that's not the case yet. But after, when it's time, we go over how to build an agent that can assist us when it comes to performing research. So let's continue with our slide, which is just like I discussed, it reduces the cost of R&D, which is research and development. And you can see with just some stroke of my keyboard, I've been able to get the necessary information when it comes to the use of AI within the health sector. And also I was able to generate case studies, successful case studies. So also we'll move to the next slide that speaks to, it helps to facilitate what we call decentralized drug trial. So with the use of AI, we can see that it enhances drug trials by optimizing design through historical data, identifying endpoints and biomarkers. Just like I said, it can also assist what we call the use of augmentative reality. Just like I said, able to know how will a particular drug, how will it react by the time it is being released into the market. So that's just that about that. Also, we have what we call optimized supply chain. So just like I was giving an illustration the other time about the smartwatch that we use these days, able to track what it is that, okay, maybe today I've taken 10,000 steps, maybe, okay, when it comes to people with heart risk issues, I'll be like, okay, this also time you have to visit the hospital, or this also time you have to take your drug. And also maybe for those that are on prescription, it can help you to monitor the time of when a particular maybe drug you are using, we get exhausted, we finish. So before it does, the particular place whereby you are hospital you are getting the drugs from can send the drugs to, or the particular treatment that you need. Just like I said, you can see real-time tracking. So we have some for those people that are into pharmaceutical this thing. So there are some drugs that they require certain temperature, they require certain economy, atmospheric and climatic condition to be effective, and also for them to retain their potency. So with the use of AI, we can use it to track, to know, okay, maybe we want to transport the drug from one place to another. For instance, I one time ago, I heard of a particular case of a particular sophisticated medical machine like that wanted to be transported from one place to another. But then, because they don't have a way of having an accurate measure of the necessary conditions that is needed for the transportation of the medical device on getting to the health center where they are going to be using it, they noticed that the machine is completely useless. So those are the things that AI can assist us with, to measure and do an active tracking of whatever it is when it comes to sensitivity of a particular product that we render within our own health sector space. So some of the description, just like I said the other time, so this is it. We have research assistance, we have drug development, we have team communication. Most of these things I've discussed on, I've spoken about. So, but then before we move forward, before we proceed on other use cases, let's just do one thing. Let's do some things. Let's do something. Let's do something. So give me a minute. Give me a minute. Yeah. Give me a minute. Sorry. Yeah. I hope my Chrome is visible to you, right? So let's go to, we are trying to work on, we just from the slide I showed you now about the use case, how we can use AI as a research assistant. So now let's try and just build an agent For instance, let's assume you and I, we are trying to do a research on a particular aspect within the earth space. And just like I said the other time, that we should see AI as our close body, as someone that assistors a group of intelligent Albert Einsteins that are within our fingertips that we can reach to anytime we want. So now let's look at the steps that we need to go through before we can create an AI agent that will assist us in conducting our research and also getting the necessary information we need, rather than we going through the stress of reading a lot of books before we can get things done. So just go to, please, if you are with me, can I get your reaction? Can you use the reaction icon? That's part of the use of AI, part of the innovations when it comes to the use of AI. Let me know if you're not getting me. You can give, just from your reaction, let me know how you are feeling, if you're actually understanding what it is that is being taught, or if I'm too fast, let me know. So can I get response from the class? So we'll go to what we call, let's look at adoption. Okay. Adoption dot micro, okay. It's already on my screen. Oh, oh, sorry. My URL is wrong. That is adoption.microsoft.com. Good. So we are trying to work on to create our own research assistants. But then there are a lot of scenarios that we can work with. You believe me, the reason why I might not be doing some sophisticated things on this call is because of for some medical case study, we need a lot of data sets. Although we could go on Keg to get data set and feed it to AI, but then I want to do this that is faster and won't take much of our time. So we're already here. When you are on adoption.microsoft.com, just scroll down. You can see Microsoft 365 Copilot. Click on that. Since what we are doing in this class is leveraging on a Microsoft Copilot to see what it is that we can use AI for within the edge sector. So by clicking on Microsoft 365 Copilot, you scroll down, you can see, you can see Copilot for all. You can see new Copilot chat and agent resources. You can see join, sorry, something is obstructing this. Okay, join the Copilot community. But then click on this middle one, which is new Copilot chats and agent resources. So click on explore the kit. So I'm moving. Okay. So by the time you click on that, scroll down, you can see come to start here, you see a lot of this thing. You see new Copilot, you see implement overview, you see new Copilot charts and the agents overview guide. You see a lot. That is give me a minute there. Yeah. Okay. Please, I'm coming. to concern. See with you. See with you. Yeah. So just come to 19. Yeah. So just come to new Copilot. So come to new Copilot, and I hope you can see what I click. Then after, come to Copilot charts, agents and guide. By the time you click on it, I think it should. It's supposed to download. I don't know, maybe it's my network. It's not downloading. Yeah. Now, okay, it's already, sorry. It was already downloading itself. I don't know. So let's give it some minutes to finish downloading. So by that, just come there, finish downloading it, and I think I'm supposed to have it somewhere. Agent. Mm. Yeah. So I think I found the one I wanted to use, the one I downloaded previously. So I won't be going through the stress of letting this download finish because of my network is actually slow. So yeah. So by the time you just click on that, it's going to download the document. So let's go here. So I hope my screen has changed. So before we go about developing our AI that will serve as a research assistant to us, this is an adoption guide by Microsoft. We have you can see on the first page that talks about low code options of creating agents. You can see Copilot, Studio Agents Builder. We can see SharePoint. You can see Copilot Studio. So this just you can see different type of people that can use it. Target audience. You can see anybody. You can see when to use it, how. But that's not what we are after. That's not what we are there for. So we can see example of agents that can be created in Copilot chart, onboarding bodies. We can see resume builder. We can see contract or legal review. We can see research assistance, and we can see policy search. So what we are after is we want to build research assistant agent to assist us with research within our own health sectors. And I believe this can be shared with you, or if you've already downloaded your own, you can see the various steps that you need to follow in order to build your own agent. Maybe you want to build an onboarding body, or whatever it is that you want your agent to be able to do. Just follow the steps, and then so let me just go straight to what we will be using for this our own section. So I don't want us to, so you can see now to build an onboarding body. These are the things. We don't want us to start creating our own prompt. It will take more than necessary. So we can just follow this guide that we have that's already been put together for us by Microsoft and use it to build our own agent. So since what we're after is building a research assistant. Sorry, someone is writing on my screen. So what we're after is building a chat assistant. Let me see. I believe my screen is still visible. I switched. Okay. All right, noted. Okay. Yeah. So let's go back. Give me a minute. Sorry, my system is hanging. Okay, thank you. I think I've taken control back. So to start again, let me go back to my, yeah, good. So I'm back on my Chrome. Let's go again. So you come to your Chrome or whatever browser you are using and just type in adoption. So it already brought it, so I don't need to keep typing adoption.microsoft.com. So come to adoption guide. Sorry, that interface is not what I'm looking for. So that is adoption.microsoft.com. So you can see my screen now. So you come down. By the time you enter the adoption.microsoft.com, I think it has already been dropped in the chat group. So come to Microsoft 365 Copilot. Just scroll down. Come to Microsoft 365 Copilot. Click on this. Then you scroll down again. Come to this middle one, which is new Copilot charts and agent resources. And you click on explore the kits. So it's loading. And also after that, after this particular interface is done loading, you come to new Copilot chart and agent overview guide, which is the second one to your left in this particular section. I hope you are following. Okay, for those asking me to start again, how about now? Are you following me? Hello, Mr. Kayode. Okay. All right. You click on this new Copilot guide. Then after you come to this particular interface, you scroll down. Also, you click on Copilot charts and agent overview guide. So I won't have to download it again. Like I've already downloaded like 3 times already. Okay, thank you. So I've already downloaded like 3 times. So I'm not going to download it again. You click on it. By the time you click on it, it's going to start downloading automatically. So that's just that about that. So after downloading, the next thing I did is for me to open it up. Yeah, that was the next thing I did. I opened it up, and then, like I said, what we are interested in is a research assistance. We need someone to help us in our research purpose, rather than us going to spending hours reading one page from another, doing this and that, reading different journals before we are able to, maybe we are doing research around a particular ailment, maybe breast cancer, maybe whatever it is. So we are just going to follow this Microsoft already pre-built template. I don't want us to start developing our own prompts and it's going to take a long while before that can be achieved. So for this, let me just do something. Let me share my entire screen so that I can easily navigate. So give me a minute, I'm trying to share my entire screen. Yeah, I believe now that my entire screen is visible so that we can easily navigate from one place to another. So now we are going to be following exactly that step of what Microsoft has in there. But before that, we go to our M365 in order to access our Copilot, 365copilot.com, just like I did the other time when I was trying to show you how we can use Copilot to do research. So now this is the Copilot interface, and which I've explained the other time. You have any question, just like your normal ChatGPT, and then it will help you answer it. So on this, on my left-hand side, we can see pages, we can see Copilot, see home, and create, and OneDrive. So this pages is each time I search for anything, maybe if I open it up, it should show me what it is I searched for the other time. Oh, my network seems to be what I'm doing today. Please give me a minute. My network is not responding. So give me a minute. I think it's loading. It's loading. Please give me a minute. The network. Let me switch my network. Apologies.
While we're waiting for the trainer, please make sure to fill out your attendance. Please fill out your attendance. The link has been dropped in the chat box. Please fill it out. Mr. Enilu, are you back with us?
Can you hear me now?
Okay, loud
I
and clear.
hope, yeah, thank you. I hope the network should be better now. I switch. Still the same thing. Okay. It's showing me nothing here. So I don't get that. So what the page is for is anytime I search anything with the Copilot, That's where I'm going to find it next time I need to use it. Now, we are trying to build a research assistance, just like I said, that will assist us with the things we need to do. So, first things first, research assistance, just like I said, AI normally, before it can certain set of data, maybe that it has already been trained with, or that it can access to actually do what it is that we want it to do. Now, I want to build a research assistance. I'm working with, for instance, let's say I'm working with Inolua. Let me say I'm working with Inolua Maternity. I'm working with my organization. So normally, we have some information that people within working in my own organization, that's my health facility, can have access to when they want to get the needed information. So we are going to first of all create what we call a repository, whereby the AI agent, since we are creating a retrieving AI agent, is not task-based. We want it to be able to retrieve information for us when we need it for during our research phase, or whenever we are doing whatever it is we are doing is. So we are going to create what we call a repository. So by the time that is, you saw where I went to write for, I hope I'm following. You saw where I went to. By the time I go to Microsoft 365 copilot.com, you come to this, and that's 6 dots. Yeah, this 6 square dots, you click on it. By the time you click on it, you have your SharePoint. You click on your SharePoint. So now you come to this place, this create site. I'm going to create my site for people in my organization to get information that they need, maybe about their research or about anything that's when it comes to the medical line that they need for what they need to do. So we have what we call the team site, we have the communication side. So since I want to use within my team, I'm going to build a team repository. So I have a lot of templates here that I can use. I have a lot of templates here that I can use, but then I'll just go the standard team template, and then I come to this my right-hand corner. You can see use template. So I use template. So what do I want to name my site? Let me see. The site I'm creating on the SharePoint. What I'm going to name it. Can you suggest a name for me? Can you suggest a name for me? Let me just name it X. Okay, I name it X. So this site description. So what's the purpose of the site for? Let me just, I can fill it, I can leave it. Let me see, for the storing of Earth. So for storing of Earth journal, so that's just that. I can copy the site so that if I want to send it to someone, or let me just copy it for now in case I want to connect it with my AI, it might come in handy. So I press next. So now you can see privacy setting. So do I want to make it available? I mean, this particular repository I'm creating, do I want to make it available to every clinician within the organization, like within my health facility, like any of those nurses, doctor, for only the people I give access. So let me just say anyone in the organization can access this particular site. So Iniolo has Maternity Limited. That means you can access. Hello, am I still audible? Because my network is telling me unstable. Hello, can you hear me? Can you see my screen?
Yes, you're loud and
Thank
clear.
you, thank you, thank you. So then I move forward to create my site. So it's loading. Yeah, so I can decide to add members, names, and stuff like that, but then let me just go to finish. Now you can see now I've created my repository within the SharePoint site. So then you can see on my right hand side, you can see home, you can see conversation, you can see conversations, you can see documents, you can see notebooks, pages, site content, and the recycle bin. But then what we are concerned about is let's move to this document. Just like I said, for our research assistants to be effective, we need to have some information that where it can extract the necessary information that we need. We don't want it to use the general idea out there or make use of its own idea. We are creating something that for people within my own health care sector to be able to use. That is what we are aiming to create. And prior to this time, because of time factor, time constraint, I hope you can see under my download, I have some things I downloaded here. Yeah, so regarding cancer. So let me open this. So you can see what cancer reports. I also have these current challenges of cancer treatment, cancer treatment and supervision, so sponsorship rather. And also all these ones are just about cancer. So what I'm going to do now is I go back to my SharePoint. I'm going to upload those files to this particular repository that I've created. I hope you are following me. Good. So now this is going to be a reference point of where we want the retrieving AI agents we are going to create to retrieve the information we need. We don't want you to go to other places to search for information. I've already gotten these information. So I have all this journal with me, but I don't want to keep taking my time to start reading each and every one of it, one after the other, to get whatever it is I need. When it comes to maybe the treatment, when it comes to issues and challenges around the cancer treatment presently that we are having. So I don't want to go through the documents one by one. So that's why I've downloaded everything, put it on this my SharePoint folder. And also, if it's a link, I can also put a link here. If I don't want to download the resource, maybe I have a link to particular information, I can also add it here. So if you come here, if you click on this setting icon, you can see different interface also. We have the sites, so we can click on, if you click on site content, we can see different content within this particular site that we've created. we can see this is our documents repository. We can see form and template, site, assets, and stuff like that. So with that done, we go back to the 6 dots that I said the other time. Then we come towards Power Pages. Give it a minute. Yeah, I'm opening my Power Pages for the first time, so I'm getting started. Now you can see for Power Pages, when I want to create websites, I can create websites with the help of this AI that's already embedded within the Power Pages. So I'm taking my industry, which is healthcare. So I can build whatever site it is that I want to build here. And okay, maybe build, let me see. So let me select from gallery. If I want to build a site, but that is not what we are here for. You can see, I just pick, I don't need to know how to write code or anything. With the help of the AI that's already embedded within the Power platforms, I can achieve that. But that is not why we are here. That's not what I'm trying to achieve. I'm trying to achieve us having our own research assistants. So let me just do this. Let me so let me just pick from template. So give me a minute. I'm trying to go to where I'm going to create our actual AI, our actual research assistants. Yeah. So apologies for that. So come to Power Apps, come to our Power Platform, and from there we access our Copilot Studio. Sign in, because if you are signing for the first time, you have to sign in. Give me a minute, it's loading. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so you can see on my left hand side, you can see the home, the create, the agent, the library, and stuff like that. So we go to create, we come to new agent, trying to create our own research body. Now, just like I said, we are going to follow the pre-built template that Microsoft already given to us. We don't have to start from scratch. So now, the question is our description. We can just copy this. Copy this description that is here. Okay, sorry, before that. So what's our agent's name? We're trying to create a research. Let's just name it research assistant. Instruction, back to Microsoft. So what are our instruction? What are we giving it? What do we want it to do? So we are coupling this emphasis and what to avoid. That is what we are going to copy next. That's Ctrl C. And so our instruction, what we want it to do to be a better. So we said, please be clear and concise and avoid. So I don't want it to avoid long answers. What I want it to do is be concise, be clear and concise. Provide. Detailed and long responses. So that's what I want it to do. We've given it our description that we want it to be a research assistant, what it is that is going to do, and also we've given it specific instruction. So remove that. So now, from there, we can go to our create. So wait for us to, for it to come up. It's going to take a while. And our agent will soon be ready. On a nonce, I think it's my network. On a nonce, doesn't take this long for it to be ready. Okay, let me try another account. If this one is not responding on time. Okay, it's up. I wanted to try another account, but it's up. Okay, so now you can see. Now our agent is ready. Our research assistant is now ready. If you want to create a new agent, we can have it created here. Maybe we want to create another agent, maybe for our HR department within the hospital. in order to be able to help us track onboarding and offboarding of staffs. So the network is just too slow. So we'll soon end up at this point. So basically, that's how to create your agents. Go to m365 copilot.com. That's the way I've done it, because my network is delaying us beyond what it is necessary. So when it's ready, I will come back here. Let's just continue with the slide we are using. So I wanted us to just check how we can create a research assistant. That's the purpose of what I've done so far. And also, so we proceed pending when I think it's done loading. Okay, it's still loading. We proceed pending when it's done loading, just to show you a few more things, and that will be all about creating an agent within Copilot. So now let's see Microsoft 365 in Word, how it is transforming the creation of our documents. So also, just like we said, within the health space, within the healthcare sector, doctors, clinicians, everybody within the space, they need to constantly write what we call reports. So, and where do we write reports? We make use of Word, we make use of Excel, we make use of PowerPoint. Depends on your choice. But now, when it comes to the use of Microsoft Word, actually, so we can see that we can make use of Copilot to transform the way we write. With ease, we can draft whatever it is that we want to draft. Also, it helps us to enhance our text, maybe correct our English, and also reconstruct or readjust whatever it is that we've written. Maybe, okay, I've written something and I'm not sure of how well constructed the grammar is. I can just put it on the Copilot in Word. I don't have access to do that. I will have shown you where you can find a Copilot. But the thing is, just if you have a subscription, an account that is a subscription account that you have in place, you can just look at your top right hand side of your Word software, and you will see the Copilot there. So you can use it to summarize tests. You can use it to help you generate reports, write-ups, and stuff like that. So explore Copilot chats function. Just like I said, it can help us to summarize, adjust, and also we can ask it question. This is still loading. Oh my God. So while that one is loading, let me try another account to explain what I want to explain. So now, just talking about Copilot in Word and in PowerPoint, in Excel, you can see if you click on this same 3 dots, 4 square, which is a square rather, 6 dots, which is square, you can see different, you can see Word, PowerPoint, you can see Excel. From here, you can navigate to Word, Excel, Teams, and from there also you have access to Copilot to assist you maybe in transcribing and summarizing what it is that you've written, or extracting key points from whatever it is that you have written. So that is the use of Copilot, how it can assist us when it comes to generating of report, presentation, and also we talk about okay, we talk about that one ahead, so don't let me jump the gun. So when it now comes to we interacting with AI, the thing about it is now this, that the response we get from AI is as good as our prompt. Whatever prompt it is that we query the system with the AI with is as good as that, whatever response we'll be getting. You understand? So these are various key points that you can use, syntax that you can use, like what are the key points of in this document and stuff like that. Although it's good to be a good, you're supposed to be good at how we construct our prompts. Whatever query we are giving to the AI, to the Copilot, we should be good at it, like construct it very well so that we can have something meaningful and tangible. So, but then, in order to also make things easier for us, let's look at this. Look at this. So now, if you see now, in order to also make things easier for us, so maybe I'm just starting out with the use of Copilot. I'm not used to Copilot before. I've not used it before. You can see Microsoft already given us some prompts, pre-built prompts that we can use. We can just ask depending. If this one, if maybe we do not find anything we like here, you can just come to this view prompts, and it's going to give us more prompts that we can use. I hope you are still with me, and my screen is still visible. I believe I'm still sharing my whole screen. Please, am I just thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. So we come here to pick on any of the prompts that we need. If maybe we are not yet good enough at the way we construct our prompt in order to get the next or the desired response that we need. And also you can just come here and see this place you can change it to whatever. Okay, maybe you want to just learn on, so you want to learn about something. If you click on learn, you can see the prompt here has changed. And if it is create, it gives you prompt on how to write prompts when it comes to maybe creating stuff or create a particular document or create this. And when it comes to ask, you can just click on any, and maybe you want to ask question on catching up, maybe on your previous whatever task that you've done previously, maybe when it comes to deadline or something, you want to catch up to know if you have any task that is still pending, you can use this depending, but then you can just leave it at task so that you have option of a lot of things to pick from if it comes to that. But then if peradventure you still do not find what you want or what you are looking for, apologies for that, you still do not find what you are looking for, still click on this see all prompts. By the time you click on it, it's going to take you to another interface, and let it finish loading. Now you can see also from the Copilot, you don't have to be a prompt engineer, you don't have to be an expert. You can just leverage the AI, the Copilot AI, to assist you even in creating the prompt that you are going to use to query it. So now you can see maybe maybe you want to ask anything as the application regarding any application, you can see Excel, Word, and stuff like that. Just like this one, I've already shown you, depending on the task you want to do. Maybe is it a design task, or by the time you just click on it, it's going to change the available prompt that you are seeing presently. If I should click on it, you can see it change the available prompts that you have, and you can pick anyone. It's also have based on job role. Is it information security wise question you want to ask, or finance, or legal? But presently we don't have healthcare here, because normally for Microsoft there is still this AI that is specially built to be used within the health sector that is called Dragon. That's the name of the particular AI. So with that one has the capability for voice recognition. Like I was saying the other time, the clinician does not have to think about or worry about writing a report after the section. All you just have to, so that just talk about when it comes to prompts and how to query, to use prompts within your Copilot within Microsoft's Copilot. So we can also use Copilot to summarize email. Maybe you get email from your company, and maybe you don't want to take the time of reading through. Apologies. Okay, that's not for me. So you don't want to take the time to read through. You don't want to take the time to read through the entire mail. Maybe because you are busy, you can just tell the Copilot to summarize the email that came in at this time, to summarize it for you, and also respond. So when it comes to now responding to whatever email it is that you are receiving, now that one is now another, you use what we call autonomous AI agent. That's what you're going to use for that. So that one will be on a particular trigger. So it's going to be responding to when email comes in. It's going to check the mail and see if it is something, depends on the instruction you've given to that particular agent when you are creating it. Okay, if you cannot answer this particular question, leave it to me. So you can just go through after it has drafted any response, go through it and ensure that, okay, is this something you are cool with? Is this something you are okay with, or there are some things you still want to change or some things you want to add before you want to send? And also just adjusting tone. You can tell it to be funny, you can tell it to be professional, you can tell it to be friendly. You know, some of the times as human beings, you might be confused, or should I be formal? Should I be friendly? But then, and even in your typing, you might be like, will this person say something as being formal, or am I too friendly? So, but then with the use of Copilot, you don't have to worry about that. Just tell it you want it to be funny, you want it to be this. You won't have to be second guessing whatever. The way it's going to give you response is going to be in line with what it is that you are expected when it comes to the tone that it's going to use. So crafting engaging presentation and effortlessly in PowerPoint. Yes. So when it comes to PowerPoint also, we can also we also have Copilot within PowerPoint that assist us to create presentations slide with ease effortlessly. So within the PowerPoint space. So with it, it can help us to give us a process on how to get your Copilot within PowerPoint. But then I will not be able to show you that, because as at present, the Copilot account I'm using is free, and it doesn't come with the access to use them within my Microsoft 365. But then I think I believe I have some capacity around that, although it's not as sophisticated as this subscribed account. So if I should come here now on a norms, but this already, I'm already done with this one. If I should come here on a norms, come to design, and go to my right hand side, you can see. Let me create another. Let me see if I can create so that you can see it better. Something around that. All these ones are already grayed out. So, but then if you see this last icon here, you can see design. So I can use to determine the design I want my slide to look like, or what I want it to be. So, but then I want us to know that just like I was saying the other time, that see AI, like a group of intelligent about these things at your fingertip. So, but then that's just how it is also that there's an analogy that I used to say that it depends on, I don't know how to put the adage in English, but then there's an adage in Yoruba actually. So if you are using a free account, when it comes to all these AI, all these Copilot, you will only have access to, instead of having access to a group of intelligence about these things around the world or throughout the ages, instead of having access to them, you'll be having access instead to a group of intelligent students instead. So you'll be restricted on the things you can do, on the capability, and also on what you can do within the co-pilots or the AI space. So that's why I'm restricted from showing you some of the things that should and I could have presented or shown you here. Sorry, that's my cursor. So give me a minute. I'm trying to get my cursor back. Okay. So going back to our slide, apologies for that. So we've already spoken about this. We've spoken about this. So this is an example. Okay. This is an example of a slide that was created making use of Copilot. Good. Let me put it on full screen so that you can see. Now, you can see to my right answer, you can see beside the sign, beside the signer, you can see Copilot. So this is how it will look like at your own hand if you have a subscription account, a paid account for Microsoft 365. So that's just that about that. We've been able to see so far and so wide in the health sector, the clinicians, they need to create documents, they need to attend training also to create presentations and the PowerPoint. And also when it comes to Excel, data analytics, when it comes to Excel, Excel has a lot of syntax, a lot of formulas, a lot of functions that you need to know most of them. But then with the use of Copilot in Excel, you don't even have to worry yourself about, do I know the syntax? Do I know the formula for sum? If I want to do sum on Excel, or do I know what the syntax for if? When all you just need to do is with the use of Copilot, maybe you are doing a research, maybe for people in pharmaceutical companies, you are doing a research about a particular drug, or you are working on a particular health issue, and the information, the data you've gotten, instead of waiting for, because everybody is not, there's nobody that's an embodiment of knowledge. Maybe someone is not able to, is not good in the aspect of data analysis. So instead of waiting, after you've gathered your information, your data set, instead of taking it to someone else to help you analyze, and maybe it's that person at that time whereby you've given the data, doesn't, sorry, that the person is busy and, hello? Please, am I still audible? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, some calls are interrupting my network. So instead of taking time to go and spending hours before the person could analyze, you can use, with the help of Copilot already embedded within your Excel, to analyze the data. You don't even have to worry about, maybe you know how to put data into tables, how to make use of pivot table, makes use of, no, you don't have to worry about that. You just feed, I just tell the Copilot what to do, and it's going to get it done. And also maybe you want to extract data to ensure that, okay, you want to know the number of, for people within the airspace, okay, well, the data of what are the number of people that should be coming on Monday, what are the people should be coming on, you know, they do shift, maybe people that should be on evening, afternoon, and stuff like that. You can use Copilot within Excel to highlight, okay, people in red will be so day, people in blue will be so day. So with that, you can get that done. So let's look at some other scenarios when it comes to healthcare, how Copilot has been useful within the health sector. So we can see it can use to, when it comes to KPI, and also be used by different people within different roles. So let's look at it also. How can Microsoft Copilot helps us out? So when it comes to patient and customers retention, just like I said the other time, we'll be able to use to calculate our measure using Copilot in Excel to know, okay, what are the number of people that do visit our hospital before, and they are still our patient, our customer that comes over anytime they have an issue to take care of, and also remediation rate. So it also helps us to measure, to able to know, okay, when it comes to getting things done, what is the rate at which we get things done within the health sector. Also, it helps us to reduce when we call the waiting time. Instead of I going to the hospital to sit down from morning to evening, I can do my bookings online. For organizations that leverage AI, I can do my bookings online to know, okay, when it is for me to see the doctor. And also I can get direction within the hospital rather than asking maybe a patient or asking one nurse that where am I. If all those information with the use of chatbots, I can get access to, and also reduce the times of wait. Okay, claims processing times. Okay, so when it comes to processing times, it makes it faster. Also, product times to market. Just like I said, for instance, now we are working on a particular drug or something like that. Instead of keep doing something things manually, trying to change, trying to see how this chemical can react to this chemical. Instead of we spending hours doing that, we can just make use of AI to see how the chemicals react, and that way it is more faster and more easier. So we have different roles within the healthcare sector, which is just like I've been saying, the clinicians, we have the researchers, we have managers, and we have directors. We also have HRs within the sector. So Copilot can assist with enhancing clinician efficiency, optimize workflow planning, departmental meeting with the use of collaborating using Microsoft Teams. So we can, after the meeting, we can get a summary report of whatever it is that we'll discuss in the meeting. So we can see, look at this process now. We can see key process that is before AI, before the use of AI within an organization, within an health sector, that patient engagement zero, like it's very, very low compared to when they start using AI. Training also, research and development, member services, all these we've already discussed prior to this time. So also let's look at this scenario of how it enhances clinician efficiency. So now, for instance, now a clinician efficiency, it helps the clinician to manage his or her appointment. Just like I was showing you on the Copilot dashboard the other time, that it can help you to catch up on whatever it is the meeting you have, or those ones that is about to do, or maybe you have a particular task that is about to reach deadlines. So it helps you to catch up, and also you are not in a meeting, you can use Copilot to get a summary of whatever it is that was discussed in the meeting, which is summarize departmental meeting, and also it updates teams on new metrics. Also, it also assists in preparing for conferences, which is we've spoken about the word capability of Copilot. We've talked about the PowerPoint capability of Copilot, and also when it comes to Excel, all these have been discussed in detail. So we also have optimizing workforce and planning, which is data analysis, for instance, optimizing shift planning, just like I was saying also the other time, that we can use Copilot within Excel instead of we going through the stress of to be writing all these things down, and also having issue with who is it that is going to work next week, who are the people that is doing this. With Copilot in Excel, just with the necessary query, we can get, okay, these are the people for Mondays based on this criteria. These are the people that will be coming on Tuesdays based on this criteria. And also, things can be shuffled out faster. So it's streamlined communication, just like I was saying. It assists you with communication. For instance, I don't have to be necessarily speaking the language you understand. With the help of Copilot, it can be interpreted to, I think, let me get that. Let's do something good. I hope you can see my screen. 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 So can you see my screen?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So please tell me what can you read what is on the screen, right? What is here, right? You can read it, right? Please, I would like to get response. It's in English, right?
Yes, but if you can kind of zoom,
Okay.
the letters are small. Yes.
Okay. It's already at the maximum. Okay. Yeah. You can see it in English, right? Now, so now let's assume one of the use of a Copilot, and one of the benefits of Copilot is with the assistance of AI, I can actually change this to whatever language. Maybe I got this particular documentation from someone and I need to work on it. I can change to whatever language I want. Maybe let me see. Yeah, French. That's the only language I understand. I don't understand English. So I hope you can see now that without much stress, without me having to look for an interpreter, without me having to pay for anybody, I've been able to transcribe what was sent to me in English to the language I understand, which is French, but I don't understand French actually. That's just that as just to illustrate what it is that I'm talking about. And also administrative when it comes to administrative efficiency reporting, just like we said, making use of PowerPoint, you can make use of PowerPoint, Copilot that's embedded within PowerPoint, and that's embedded within PowerPoint. Apologies, please give me a minute. Give me a minute.
Yes, while we're waiting for the trainer, I'm sure it's probably going to round up soon. The links to our social media pages will be posted on the group right now. Will be posted on the chat room. So please do well to follow us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, on X, and a video of the class will be posted on YouTube. You can also follow us on YouTube and subscribe to our page to get notifications when the class gets posted. The attendance, please don't forget to fill up the attendance.
Okay, so far, I believe the class has been very interesting. While we're waiting for the trainer, I would like to get feedback so far. By the way, I've been, monitoring the two classes that are going on simultaneously. We have the AI automation class ongoing. We have the AI Business Analyst Class ongoing, and both of them are simultaneously going on. So I would like to ask Dean, has it been insightful? Is it hands-on when it comes to practical usage of Microsoft Copilot? Please let me hear from you. Give me your feedback. What are your thoughts so far about today's class? Yes, let's see in the chat room. How has today's class been? We are gradually coming to the end of today's class, however. So please, let's see your engagement. How has the class been so far? Mr. Rick, I can see you on the call. That's good to have you on the call. All right. Yes, let me hear from everyone. Give us your thoughts. Okay. Okay. I see you, Ruth. It's quite ambiguous. Is that because was it difficult to grab or understand for you? Okay, Samantha, it's been super insightful. I can't wait to implement this in my project and at work. Interesting, interesting. Yes, Ruth, can you tell us why you feel it's ambiguous? Yeah, Mr. Rick, you're welcome. Yes, how about the others in class? Let me see who, let me hear from Abdul Rahman, Akinola, Jude, Aramide, Benedict. Feel free to chat, give me your feedback. Molola, Richard, Ruth, Lawrence, Kayode. Yeah, feel free to give your feedback in the chat room. Okay, Richard. Interesting. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Do we still have Ini on the call? Ini, can you hear me?
Yes, apologies. I had to attend to something. Apologies for that.
Oh, okay, okay. So can we continue now?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So I hope my
All
screen
right.
is visible. I hope I'm
Yes,
sharing
it
my screen.
is.
All right, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So talking about optimizing, talk about well, number 5 actually. Okay, talking about Copilot in PowerPoint and also performance tracking when it comes to so I remember recently I was trying to put something to practice that is how to use to track when it comes to maybe you have a personal goal or maybe you have a particular target that's and you want to track it. So I was trying to learn. I have like I was raising this little issue about remembering all the necessary formulas to achieve what I was doing. But then with Copilot, it was so seamless. I don't have to bother about knowing the necessary systems, the necessary formula or not. So Copilot or AI, anyone, we just undo that for you. Also, when it comes to organize,
I think we've lost the trainer. He is off the call. Let's try to get him back.
I was logged
Please
out,
give us a
sorry.
minute.
I'm back.
Okay.
Hello? Hello, am I audible? Hello? Can
Yes,
anyone hear me?
yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, thank you. I think my network dropped me out. So, talking about research, we've discussed extensively at that, compiling research, just like I was trying to show you that you don't have to start reading the whole whatever document it is that you have before you can get the information you needed. So let's just do something quickly. Let's just do something quickly, which is let's just do something quickly. Let's do something. Okay. Let me return to sharing my entire screen. Okay. Apologies, I'm having some technical issue of, don't know. Okay. So, apologies about that. So I was trying to share my entire screen so that you can get, what is it? Okay. Let me just share my single screen then. If I'm having issue sharing the entire screen. So just like I was saying the other time, now let's do something quickly. A summary. Instead of going through an entire report, you can just say, so instead of I going through an entire report, let me use the Microsoft guide that we downloaded the other time, and let's see. Apologies, get on down. I can't seems to find. Okay, let's just use this. Let me pick this document. If I can't see that one, that's the impact of built environment on physical activities. So let's just use this document. Instead of I taking my time to go through the entire document, the entire PDF before I get what I want. So let's just see something. Maybe it will help us and give us a summary of the content of the document. So that's, you can see. Good. So instead of I going through, taking my time to go through the entire document, you can see by just dropping it within the Copilot space, I can get the content of what the entire PDF actually speak to. So let's see. Sure. Here's the summary of the document. So impact of built environment on physical activities and obesity among children and adolescents. I don't even know that the document is speaking to people in China, but then you see in China, and you can see the abstract, just the introduction, and also the methods used in the review. You can see the various results, and also maybe I need more information. I can still query it further to give me more input as regards that particular document, and you can follow the previous prompts that the Copilot is already suggesting to you, or you use your own format the way you want it. So that's just that about when it comes to how it assists and helps in the research aspect. So let's go back to our slide. And so compile our research, compare with our current trials. We can also use it to compare also. Instead of we just feeding it, the way I just uploaded one document to help me summarize it, or I can compare also that, okay, between this document and this document, between this information and this information, please help me create something that you think is appropriate to be the best idea, or form the right idea around the two information or document that I have. And also it has checked regulation, just like I said the other time, that we can use it to monitor our compliance when it comes to hyper, when it comes to security, when it comes to privacy. We can also use the Copilot to do that. Also, revise application, draft a grant application. So instead of going through the stress of want to write a grant, trying to see the best way you can make use of a Copilot to achieve that. Also, departmental meeting, also pre-meeting preparation, into intelligent reminder. Yeah, just like I said, we can use the Copilot to ensure that if you have tasks that maybe we have not attended to, the Copilot can be a reminder, can assist us when it comes to reminder, in-meeting support for transcribing of whatever it is that is being discussed, and also taking of notes, and also presentation draft and post-meeting follow-up. These are the various scenarios, various ways by which co-pilots can be leveraged within the health sector. So also we have conferences and perspective creation. So just like we have the first one, which is content assimilation. So assimilate relevant research materials, existing collateral, case studies, and other content on the topic for existing repository. Just like I created the other time, I put in the entire document that I have with me when it comes to cancer, putting it in a repository within the shared folder within my own particular maybe health organization. And from there, the AI the Copilot can use that as a way of, if I should query that, okay, I need also information, it can retrieve it from there. Also, content outline development, just like I showed you in the previous this thing, asking it that, okay, what is the use of AI when it comes to predicting of a disease outbreak? Just like I did when we first started, you can see how it outlined everything. And also for PowerPoint, we've already seen that talk track finalization. Good. Just like I said, instead of having to sit down and watch a lot of things, you can use the voice aspect of the Copilot to ensure that whatever it is being said in audio can be transcribed to written format. And also speed claim process, it reduces the rate at which it reduces the speed. Like it increases the speed at which processes are being get done. So we don't have to be waiting for this before. No, with the Copilot, input the necessary query and then you get what you need without wasting of time. And also, just like I said, when it comes to this personal monitoring of a patient's health condition, it makes it faster rather than I having to wait or something have already occurred before we even respond. But with the use of Copilot and AI in general, all those things can be get done faster and necessary. So simplify prior authorization, summarize requests, validate PA requests, collaborative review, draft decision letter, and just like I was giving an illustration of a Copilot in Outlook or in our email, trying to make sure that we use Copilot to respond to whatever email that comes in. So it's help us to summarize it on time and also give response back to the necessary persons. Also manage appeals. Those are one of the things that we can use it to also do. And also when it comes to curate members' educational materials, so you can also use, I've already shown you the other time that instead of I going to still taking example from the one I did, which is asking for a summary around the use of AI when it comes to disease outbreak in Africa, or using AI to detect or predict disease outbreak. So for educational materials, instead of maybe I want to speak on something, I can use AI to generate my material, or I want to teach someone, use AI to generate materials, and also have AI to be a source of, instead of I having to be here and speaking to you, I can use AI also to achieve that. Drug research, all this we've spoken about at length when it comes to drug research, talking about the reducing the time to supply or delivery of that particular drug that is being researched. We can use AI, use Copilot embedded within the Microsoft ecosystem to ensure that we analyze necessary information for the development of a particular drug, or also to do some kind of trial to test how the particular drug is going to react within the human system. So all those ones, the effect of the benefit of Copilot makes that easier and easy to achieve, rather than spending long years before things are being done. So clinical trial, apologies. So clinical trials and other things. So I'm trying to rush because of the time. I know I've already used more than my necessary time. So and we can see a particular sample here, which is a day in the life life of a quality assurance manager. So now, a quality assurance manager works within, someone that works within the health sector, and he needs to do some things. So let's look at how Copilot and AI in general makes everything he or she does easier. So now, by 8 a.m., Megan starts her day completing an action item to rectify on GMP for a series of SOP. She uses Copilot to get it ready. So she needs to retrieve from some SOP. So what does she do? She uses Copilot to retrieve, instead of having to start searching through maybe series of documents on their repository, uses Copilot to retrieve that. Also, Mega receives a call that an issue in the facility has occurred and a quality investigation is required. So what did Megan do also? She analyze period derivation from root cause analysis, instead of having to waste time also trying to develop our own why, or maybe making use of what we call the fishbone analysis or the tree and all those root cause analysis and stuff. She doesn't have to do that. She uses Copilot to ensure that all that is being achieved. She saw that, okay, training is needed. She used Copilot also to create the materials that are needed for the training section. And also, when it comes to communication also, Megan uses Copilot to summarize and prioritize communication, highlighting the urgent tasks. So she can use Copilot to achieve that. When you send a report, you use Copilot also to tell the Copilot that these are the key points that you want people to be aware of, and also reduces the time she spent on trying to create the necessary information for the training she needs by 2 p.m. So that's just that about the life of a day in the life of a quality assurance manager. So with that will be the end of my training section. Thank you for attending. So if you have any question, you can just drop it in the chat box. Over to you, Mr. Emmanuel or Madam Edith.
Okay, please, let's give a round of applause to the trainer in the chat room, please. In the chat room, let's give a round of applause to the trainer. Mr. Enyolua, thank you so much. Please, are we still here? Okay, mind blowing. Thank you, Mr. Rick. Roots, thank you for staying. I hope we all enjoyed the class. Please check check the chat room. The social media links have been posted. The YouTube link have been posted. So do well to follow and subscribe. And for those that are registering, if you had made your payment has been received, and I'm sure you would have gotten your verification by now. And if you haven't, the email to please do that and send your receipt to the email. If you have any question, you can reach the trainer on Telegram, on WhatsApp, and you get your answers. Thank you so much for joining us today. Please have a great day.
All right.
This is okay.
Emmanuel, before you hand over or before you round up the class, once again, thank you very much, Inolua. It was quite insightful and very detailed today. Personally, I was able to pick up one or two things from your demonstrations and practical sessions. So thank you very much. And next class, which is next month, we'll be looking at application of Microsoft AI in the finance sector. All right. And so do not miss the class. There are a whole lot of things to unfold, especially with different sectors, depending on depending on where individual's work, right? But it's good to have around knowledge. You never can tell where you'd find yourself in the nearest future or soonest, right? So it's important to know how to use AI in these different sectors, right? So please, we'll see you again in class next month. And please, for those who really wish to have access to the trainers, if you have questions or you're working in your office and you need to use Microsoft Copilot in any specific area, only those who have paid have exclusive access to the paid group where the trainers are and would be able to answer their questions. So if you are in class and you're yet to pay your registration fee, do so, and you'd get the exclusive access to the paid Telegram group, and you'd be able to have access to the trainers as well. So the recorded version of this class, the link will be shared in the Telegram group, and so you can have access to it and watch at your own pace to be able to follow through with all the practicals we've had today. So thank you very much for joining us in class today. Do have a wonderful weekend ahead, and thank you very much, Inyo Oluwa, for your time in class today. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Stay happy and stay blessed.